Beyond the comfort zone, in a quiet town by the sea, there lived a young man named Elias. He was known for his kindness, intelligence, and talent. Yet, he had one great weakness: he feared change. He worked in his father's small bakery, waking up before dawn to knead dough and serve the same familiar faces every morning. It was a safe, predictable life. But deep inside, Elias felt a longing for something more. He had always dreamed of becoming a great chef, traveling the world, and opening his own restaurant. Yet, whenever the thought crossed his mind, fear would whisper, "What if you fail? What if you leave and regret it?" One evening, an old traveler named Marco stopped by the bakery. He ordered a loaf of bread, took a bite, and smiled. "This is excellent," Marco said. "Have you ever thought about taking your talent beyond this town?" Elias laughed nervously. "I have, but this is my home. I know this place. I'm comfortable here." Marco nodded and pulled out a small, smooth stone from his pocket. "Do you know what this is?" Elias shook his head. "This is a river stone. It once had sharp edges, rough and jagged. But over time, the river's current forced it to move, to change. The more it tumbled, the smoother it became." He placed the stone on the counter. "If it had stayed in one place, it would have remained rough forever. Just like Yusuf, we never leave our comfort zones, we never grow." That night, Elias couldn't sleep. He stared at the ceiling, thinking about Marco's words. He thought of all the great chefs he admired. None of them had found success by staying where they were. They had taken risks. They had stepped into the unknown. The next morning, Elias made a decision. With his father's blessing, he packed his bags and left for the city. At first, the new world overwhelmed him. The streets were loud, the competition fierce. He worked long hours in restaurant kitchens, scrubbing floors and chopping vegetables, wondering if he had made a mistake. But he didn't give up. Each day, he learned something new. He studied under great chefs, mastered new techniques, and faced challenges he never would have encountered in his small town. Years passed, and one day, Elias opened the doors to his own restaurant. It wasn't just a place to eat, it was a place where flavors told stories, where his journey was reflected in every dish. People came from all over to taste his food, and soon his name became known far beyond the city. One evening, as he looked out at the crowded dining room, he smiled. He had done it, not because he was fearless, but because he had faced his fears. Elias realized that success had never been waiting for him in his comfort zone. It had been waiting for him out there, in the unknown, beyond the limits of safety. And as he held the smooth river stone Marco had given him years ago, he whispered, "Growth comes to those who dare to move."